In this video, we'll deploy a Horizon Edge, which is the thin edge part of the Horizon Cloud architecture. It securely connects end users to their virtual desktops and apps in a cloud platform, such as Microsoft Azure. It also connects to the Horizon control plane so that administrators can create, manage, and assign those virtual desktops and apps. Now, this is for a first-time deployment of Horizon Cloud, and there are, of course, a lot of prerequisites. Many of the previous videos in the series are about those prerequisites. In addition, there are some that we did not make videos about. Most of those have to do with networking. For a complete list of the requirements, see the documentation topic called Requirements Checklist for Deploying a Microsoft Azure Edge. And also see the topic called Preparing Microsoft Azure in the Getting Started guide. Then log into Omnissa Connect and launch Horizon Cloud. On the Welcome page, click Select in the Horizon Cloud Service tile. Select Microsoft Azure as a capacity provider. And use the standard Edge deployment. And click Start. I guess another way to get here is to go to Capacity, Horizon Edge, Add, and then add a Horizon Edge. I'm just going to make up a name for my edge. Click Next. We'll need the Azure subscription ID. I'll go find it in the Azure portal. Come back. I'm going to add New. For the provider name, I'll just use Azure Provider. And then paste in the subscription ID. For Azure Cloud Type, I'll use Commercial. For Azure Region, select the region closest to your end users. Mine is East US. For Directory ID, go to Enter ID in the Azure portal. And there it's called the Tenant ID. Now for Enterprise App Registration type. We're not going to do this Omnissa Manage type, although that is the recommended type, because then Omnissa creates a service principal for you and manages the app secrets key. But we're going to do Manual. Next, for Application ID, to find it in Enter ID, go down to Manage Enterprise Applications. Click it and copy the application ID. Paste it in. For the application key, they want the client secret key. In an earlier video, I showed you how to create this and warned you to copy it down somewhere. Paste it in the wizard. Advanced. We're not going to use Azure Resource Tags or additional service principals. Next. Now that we entered all this stuff, we can select Subnet. Next. We can make up a site name. Next. For connectivity type, we're going to use the Internet. Leave the default for app volumes. Next. For the deployment type, we're just creating a little pilot environment, so we won't do the Azure Kubernetes service, which makes a cluster. That has some more prerequisites, which I didn't do. So we'll use the single VM option, and so we don't get high availability with that. In the networking section, we've got to select the network again and select the management subnet. For SSO, we do want to use SSO, which I showed you how to configure in an earlier video. Select the name of the SSO configuration. Click Deploy and cross your fingers. Deployment of the Edge Gateway has started. Click Next. On to the Unified Access Gateway. Basic deployment, which can support up to 2,000 connections, is fine. We're going to do external access over the internet, but here are the other options. And we'll let it generate a public IP for us. For gateway VMs, enter the name that you are planning to use for the load balancer. I'm going to use a wildcard certificate, so for the FQDN, I'm making up the UAG part, but the domain part needs to match what's in my security certificate. My cert is in PFX format, but you can also use PEM. I'll select and upload the cert, and then paste in the password. For VM model and number of VMs, the default is fine. For virtual network, you have to select the VNet once again, and now you also need to select each of the subnets: VM, management, and DMZ. We're not using a proxy. Click Save, and the deployment is in progress and will take about 10 minutes. Okay, we can go check on the progress on the capacity page. Click the edge name to go to the details. The edge has already finished deploying. And there's all this other information. For the Unified Access Gateway, this is going to be the front-end public IP address. You'll need to give it to your IT person along with the external FQDN and ask them to create a record for it in the public-facing DNS. Let's go look in the Azure portal and see what's been created. There are 3 new Linux VMs. The one with the word Edge in it is the Edge Gateway, and these 2 with UAG in the names are the Unified Access Gateways. And there you have it. With everything set up, you can now start creating some virtual apps and desktops and assigning them to end users.